countdown has expired. Heart versus Ares will be our next game. A little bit of Protoss versus Terran. The map is Cloud Kingdom.
We might still see 1 or 2 North American players as well, by the way, today, guys, if we are not able to fill up with Koreans, and that's sort of how it looks. Most of the Koreans are still sleeping. It's still sort of early there. I mean, for a gamer, it's early. For any other people,
for a gamer, any time before lunchtime is early.
Yeah, before any other person in the world is like, I'm just heading out for lunch. It's like, I just woke up. That was a rough night. Which club did you go? Club? What do you mean? I went to Ladder, man. It's pretty heavy night. Ladder till 7 a.m. Did you ever get ladder hangover, man? That you woke up and you felt like, wow, I played so much yesterday. That's insane.
I've been there, Kev. That's how I felt after Homestory Cup 4.
Well, that was not because of ladder.
It was a real hangover.
You know, the only person who would have had that was Todd. It was really cool, guys. But after Homestory Cup 5, Todd literally played on Sunday night till 5 or 5:30 a.m. All the players went out. Some people went home. Some people were tired. Some people were still drinking. Some people were still playing Loopy Louie. And then there was this one guy practicing, and it was Todd.
Sounds like a great photo op.
Yeah, it was. I took a picture.
Everybody else is asleep, doing other things. Todd just laddering away.
Everybody's like laughing at hell, like playing Looping Louie, and then Todd is like super serious face, and like from the side corner you can just see like the roaches swarming around this Protoss army. You can just see his face. He's like cursing in French. Anyway, guys, Complexity is hard. Is our Gauntlet carrier right now. Spawning on the right top side of Cloud Kingdom. And Fnatic Raid Call Ares is our Protoss player. Protoss player that I don't personally know all that much about, but I'm looking forward to seeing him.
Yeah, making his NASL debut here against Heart. Heart's won some good money thus far. Looks to add to that count. And Ares wants to do something about it as we see that probe scout going out nice and early. Still not early enough to get into the main base, though.
Full wall of it is for Heart. So Ares won't get the information that he was looking for, of course. He wants to check the gas timings in this stage of the game. But there's not going to be such a thing. This is a depot even finished. That's a really quick depot for Heart. Yep. Normally it has like 70 HP and then you almost get it down, but you never get it completely down.
Marine will pop out just in time to deal with that probe, and Ares will be left in the dark. We can, however, see that Heart will be doing a 1 racks fast expand. And it looks like he wants to do it on the high ground.
What are you going to do with that little bar?
It's just, I guess, a scout.
Kind of confused. But yeah, you're right. Heart is going to drop his command center on the high ground. A little bit surprised by that. Most European Terrans would definitely drop it on the low ground immediately. Maybe he's worried about something funky like Blink Stalker play with Observer, which can be sort of good on this map because there's a lot of surface area to blink into the main base. Probe is going to scout, and he actually saw there's no command center there yet. That does not mean that there isn't one, though.
It could be a valid concern, Kev, the Blink Stalker one, I mean, is we've got a Protoss player who is on double gas. Heart's going to get a good look at it, though. SCV walks right in, sees exactly what's happening. And what kind of follow-up can we expect to see from Ares?
Void Ray all in.
If only.
It's so good. Now we do see the Twilight Council. That does not mean for sure that it's going to be a robo with Blink Stalker, but now it does, as he wipes in the robotics facility. So my guess was correct, but more importantly, Ben, Heart's read was perfect, dropping that command center in the main base. It's the exact same scenario as they had, or at least as Alive had against Crank on Antigua Shipyard, where all he has to do is worry a little bit about his main base, sit back, enjoy that economy, get a couple of Marauders out. Also very important in my opinion, at least get one bunker, because bunkers are very hard to take out, certainly when it's on high ground. And then the moment he blinks in one time big, you need to survive. The next time he does it, you should have stim, and you're going to have the time of your life.
And in this case, that bunker is right up at the top of Heart's ramp, so it's nicely positioned. 3 gates going down. Blink, of course, has begun, so it is going to be exactly what you said, Kevin. 1 base, Blink Stalker with Observer, and well, I like as this game plays out more and more. We got Double Tech Lab. It's just looking harder and harder for Ares to make this work.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised, man, because normally when a Protoss player tries to do this, you are super paranoid in the start. Like, you want to hide it. You want to make it seem as a surprise. You don't just want to let an SCV run up into your main base and scout both the robotics facility.
Oh, he missed a shot, but still the SCV will fall. Did see that there's no Nexus, though, and that's got to be all that Heart cares to see.
Yeah. He didn't see the robo facility yet, but he saw the Twilight Council. So might be a little bit worried about DTs, but he knows there's only one way DTs can get into that base. That is via the entrance, unless there is Warp Prism play. But he has double orbital, so despite not having a missile turret yet, he would be more than fine. And we can already see the first Marauders rolling out, 2 tag labs. Perfect read by Hard. I think it's going to be so hard for RS to make this work.
Yeah, there's going to be so many units out. Like even if we look at the army supply, Hart already has a substantial army.
But that's like on purpose, because RS is investing in the Blink. He's just getting all those gates. So soon he's going to get 2 big rotations of Blink Stalkers. He's actually saving up a little bit of money. So is he going to drop a Nexus? That would be very interesting. Well, now I'm so curious to see how he's going to execute this, because that basically means all he wants to do is contain Hard for a little while. Perhaps eventually force Stim, save time. He's revealing the fact even here that he has Blink, knowing that Hart probably is aware of that.
Yeah, I think the fact that Ares knows that Hart knows is why we're seeing this Nexus go down. Had this been hidden a little bit better, we might have seen a serious commitment to this sort of Blink Stalker play. Oh, that's a huge snipe there. Kills the Observer. And now, not only is Ares completely revealed, he has no way of trying to exploit the mobility of his Blink Stalkers.
We have this little container over here right now, and that's something that is very nice as long as the Hard is here. But the big problem is, Ben, he's going to have to be so aware of those forces. Imagine the moment Stim is ready, all that has to jump down really is 4 Marauders with Stim, and that's going to be more than enough to deal with this force.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. On top of that, Kev, Starport's halfway done. Medevacs are going to be in production very, very soon. And what in the world is Ares going to do against the push that'll come with the first 2 medevacs?
Well, he's going to try to delay it, and he's going to try to get a Colossus out. The moment the Colossus is ready, he might be okay in a straight-up fight, but the biggest problem is if there's going to be 1 medevac in the main base. Oh.
Man, that is the worst. Oh, that has to be so uncomfortable. That Marine just got squashed against the side of the ramp.
I think he was actually very good. He's like, and then he got squeezed.
It's like being born, man.
Yeah. But he got squeezed
that guy
to
just
safety.
Experienced birth again.
No, but imagine like the moment that forces went down, he's like, don't let me go down, not the south side.
Let me back in.
It's like, he's like, oh yes. Like it's like one of those nightmares you have as a kid, you know, that you can't move and that something scary is coming. And that you want to scream, but you can't scream. That's what that Marine has.
You have the weirdest dreams, dude.
You never had that? Everybody had those dreams.
I don't really remember my dreams, but like you tell me the weirdest dream stories like on a daily basis. Guys, Kevin has the most bizarre dreams about like racing motorcycles around his house.
It's true. Right now, RS is going to realize that it would be too risky to stick around longer because the medevacs are out, and even if 1 medevac with 4 units would have dropped here and stimmed, he wouldn't be able to take care of the Stalkers. So I think it's going to be super hard, Ben, as you pointed out. How is he going to deal with this push? This is 47 supply of stimmed bio with medevacs, and all that is going to be there for RS to deal with it is force fields and a single Colossus. I think 1 medevac in the main base is already going to be curtained.
I mean, the single saving grace is this 1 Colossus, and maybe with perfect force fields.
Yeah, but
okay, don't fight there, Hart. That wouldn't work. But
pick up units, Hart.
It's just
send 1 medevac to the main base. Go, Hart. I know you want to do it. Does he want to do it, man?
He doesn't seem to know himself if he wants to do it. In fact, he's turning around. Surely he'll load up. Surely he'll load up.
Boop, boop. No.
Okay.
Boop, boop.
Well, when the second Colossus comes out, that's going to make things a little bit more manageable here for Ares. But, I mean, Hart knows exactly what his opponent has, and he's already on double Viking production, so, I mean...
Yeah, he doesn't really have to take this fight. He is probably aware of the fact that that Nexus was pretty damn late, and despite mining from 1 base for a long time, he was having a much, much better economy. And he also knows that a Protoss who opens up with Blink Stalkers and a robotics facility, while we see another Observer snipe, well done, is not going to have a super scary army. He doesn't have to worry about charge lots with good upgrades. He doesn't have to worry about Storm when he opens Colossus. So I guess Hard is just like, you know what, I'm going to get a couple of Vikings out, and then you can drop those force fields all you want. I'm still going to kill your Colossus with my Vikings. And
Terran players have become so good at denying information, just always scanning and killing observers. Has to be so frustrating for the Protoss. That's a very risky blink. 1 Stalker's going to die right away, and then the Colossi get a single zap off, and Hart says, all right, let's get out of here. But that Protoss army is starting to look pretty formidable. How many Vikings are out on the map? Only 6.
6 is quite a bit. Hart is leaving a couple of units behind. It is closer than it was before, but no doubt. 76 against 72 right now, but the moment those Colossus fall, It's going to be pretty much curtains. We have 8 Blink Stalkers, we have 9 normal Zealots, but we have an insane amount of sentries. So yes, maybe if the force fields are very good and the Blinks are very good below the Stalkers, RS can make something happen here, but it's not going to be easy.
He is warping in a few units off of this proxy pylon, but right away loses a couple of Stalkers. Vikings going to go to work on these Colossi. Colossi are doing as much damage as they can, but will it be enough? Actually, maybe.
Iris is losing all the Colossus banner right now, despite still having a couple of units remaining. The Blinks, the Stim Marauders right now are going to be almost impossible for Iris to deal with. He just doesn't have the DPS anymore. He was swapping in Zealots. Nice force. Oh, actually, pretty nice force fields.
The force fields do go down, but reinforcing Marauders are just so strong. There are, of course, medevacs here.
Look at those 2 Vikings as well, man, working on the sentries. Hero Vikings.
A couple of Hero Vikings. How often do you get to see Vikings shoot their machine guns for that long?
Not long.
It's very seldom. And 2 Marauders, Billy and Bubba, going after the Colossus.
Man, these are like the 2 kids from 4th grade picking on the 8th grader. Together they can get the 8th grader to fall. The Colossus will fall, and Hart takes that fight. Man, that was a good fight by Hart.
Well done. 3rd base goes down for Ares, but he's down almost 40 supply. And while Hart doesn't have a 3rd command center, he has a huge army. And I'm pretty sure that he'll have no issues in denying this Nexus.
I'm a little bit surprised that he doesn't have a 3rd command center, by the way. He's pretty much mined out his main base because he had double orbital for quite a while, so he was going to mine out his main a lot quicker than Iris is. That was kind of inevitable, but his army is so much bigger right now. 66 supply against 30 supply. There's only a single Colossus, and there's absolutely no threat of charge or storm for that matter. So Hart is doing everything right, man, and it seems like a Hart is going to pick up another 75 bucks.
Yeah, takes out those rocks, and he is going to march forward. A couple of Vikings taking pot shots at that Colossus. And we could be seeing the waning moments of Ares' first NASL game ever. The Colossus going to go down to the Vikings. Good force fields, sectioning off some of Hart's army.
He still keeps his Colossus alive. That's pretty insane. So it seems like he's actually going to survive this fight, because Hart took such a long time focusing that Colossus, but he actually never took it down. Oh, now there is a single Viking, which ruined all the fun. Now the Zealots and Sentries will die as well.
Yeah, more bio-reinforcements coming in.
Man, Aris is microing his Colossus pretty well.
I mean, he doesn't want to give up. Maybe he feels like if he could get the 3rd base rolling, he can make something happen, but eventually this one Viking will kill every Colossus.
Tom Cruise, he's here. Even in Korea, they have a Tom Cruise ban.
And Tom Cruise is having a bad time these days.
No, not.
He is. His wife just left.
Yeah, that's good. GG is what RS called, and Hart wins another game. That was the 7th game of the night. So that means that we have 2 more games. But Hart is looking as a serious contender to take it all tonight.
That's right, man. Playing some great StarCraft. So only 2 games left, guys. We're going to take a short break, and we will let you know who is up next. Don't go anywhere.
There is someone, Ben, that I would really love to see.
Not bad.
I'm going to try to see if that's possible, guys. We're not going to spoil it yet because I don't want to raise up the expectations and then let you guys down. But we'll be right back, and we'll see who we have.